Zach or Ian, Dan, you're like my children. I just cycled through three of your names.
brown and red, spoon
Yeah, I love that song.
down.
So, Dan, I noticed your enthusiasm at Fantano's denouncing of Pearl Jam.
Yeah, I've always been a Pearl Jam hater. Just
That's
most
unwarranted.
grunge, frankly, is I'm not into, and that style of singing.
And Nirvana, are you gonna say?
Listen,
bad about
I
Nirvana?
respect Nirvana, but
Shit,
and
what's
grunge-
your fave? What's your era?
Of that era?
Creed.
Not of that era, but like what
What do you like,
What is your
even?
favorite personal era or vibe if like you just don't fuck with that
Yeah.
90s grunge era at all?
I've always
Yeah.
been more on the punk side of things.
Okay.
So the stuff that was going on. One of my favorite bands, Fugazi, in the early '90s.
I
and
think
stuff like
that's-
that.
Out of all the records that I have, that's one of the bands that I have the most records of.
Fugazi.
Yeah,
Oh, so he has some
Hey.
street credibility.
That's
Fugazi's great.
top,
But maybe
top
a little
three band for me.
close-minded,
Top
'cause-
3 band.
I mean, you know,
he doesn't like
I-
Nirvana. I mean,
Yeah, I feel like you should like Nirvana.
yeah. What's wrong
You know,
with you?
I don't dislike Nirvana. I just am not. They're not that important to me personally. You know, I never had an era where like that music really meant a lot to me or anything. So it's just always been like radio rock to me. I don't know.
I got it.
Oh.
I got it. Which like in some ways it is, but isn't necessarily a bad thing in my view.
No. Again, I'm not trying to shit on Nirvana.
All right, well, Dan, let's
Fine.
do your
Nirvana's
guilty
fine.
pleasure since we're
Yeah, right.
We gotta
After
hurry.
saying that, I'm gonna be so embarrassed.
Now listen, Dan's guilty pleasure. I'll just be straight up. I didn't even know this was embarrassing because I'm a huge fan of this band, and everybody I know growing up is. So I'm just gonna blurt it out. Maybe it's a California thing. Sublime.
I've actually been on a Sublime kick lately.
There we go.
This
Okay.
past summer,
Sublime's great.
this past summer, my cousin hit me up like this again. This was like obviously vaccines are out and people are getting out into the world a little bit more. Weather's warming up, and my cousin hit me up out of nowhere and was just like, "Hey, are you free this weekend? Me and my boyfriend are going to a concert. Do you want to come with?" And I was like, "What's the concert?" And the concert was this band that's like pretty notorious for being a Sublime cover band that tours all over the East Coast. And I've been basically avoiding them since college. Like, you know,
So they do have a cringy reputation. You
yeah,
think?
they've been around. Well, I mean, among music nerds, yeah, you know.
Okay.
So it's like they've been playing venues pretty regularly since like 20 years ago. or
Not the
so.
cover band, but like the original band.
Oh, I would say among music nerds, Sublime isn't taken all that serious.
Okay.
No, they're not. And
Okay.
yeah, I went out to go see them live, and I mean, it was fun, and everybody was having a great time, and yeah, I remember a lot of their songs from the radio when I was a kid. You know, they were like they were in the air, they were all over the place, and
Yeah.
I think some of the content of their music in terms of like the appropriation aspects has like aged very badly, frankly, but there's still like some good songwriting there.
Okay, there it is. Not too embarrassing there for you, Dan.
Yeah, it's not
so-
it's some pretty decent white boy reggae.
Right.